Free speech. Should it be controlled in a liberal democracy? What's going on, people? How far y'all doing? My name is Desmond, and today we're going to touch on free speech and whether it should be controlled in a liberal democracy. So now, before we go ahead and we answer that, we definitely have to break it down into two concepts. One is free speech, and the other one is liberal democracy. So free speech, what exactly is it? So now, according to Wikipedia, free speech can be defined as the right to express ideas and opinion without the fear of censorship, retaliation, or legal sanction. Basically, I can say whatever I want. I can say whatever I want about this matter or that matter. As long as I feel like the information is right, it's my right to put it out there. So now, the next thing that we're going to touch upon is liberal democracy. Now, I'm sure y'all heard of power to the people. It's a term that actually derives from a liberal democracy. It is a political system that combines true democratic principles such as free and fair elections, rule of law, which just means that the law equally applies to all individuals, regardless of your position in life, your gender, and your race. So no one is special. Also, implementation of independent media, which is basically a free press that ensures transparency and accountability, especially for people up in power. So those right there, those really make sure that they're not doing anything that's out of order or anything that's causing harm to the country itself. Because at the end of the day, they work for the people that are in the country, if you know what I mean. Now, a couple of liberal democracies could include the United States, Germany, the United Kingdom, and even where we are right now in Canada. So now a lot of countries have that privilege of freedom of speech. So it's very important that you use it wisely and you don't take advantage of it. Now, the main question being, how do I feel about freedom of speech in a liberal democracy? So now, freedom of speech is definitely needed in a liberal democracy. It's the cornerstone of it. It's needed for it to thrive and to progress. And a lot of countries don't really have that right. They don't have the privilege to say whatever it is that they want. Because most likely, it could get them into some major trouble. So my take on this is, freedom of speech is needed, but it needs to have its limits. Because yeah, it's all good to go ahead and, spread information. But what if the information you're spreading is wrong? Or what if it could cause harm or damage or pain to somebody else? It's really not that worth it. And don't get me wrong, freedom of speech is perfect. You go ahead, you could exchange your ideas, you could have a lot of social progress, but restrictions need to be placed on speech that can cause harm, violence, or spread a lot of misinformation. Especially now with social media being on the rise, it's very easy to spread out a lot of misinformation. It's very easy to put out the wrong thing out there. And the fact that a lot of people are in that social media society, you have to be really careful. Once again, I hope I was able to convince you, not confuse you. My name is Desmond.